Hey, it's Sarah, and I'm here today to tell you the 3 things you should never ever say to a patient, a student, parents, caregivers, because I had a really bad experience at an orthodontist recently, and they said 3 things to me that were so bad I actually cried. And I don't want this to happen to anybody. And it was a really good reminder for me to remember things that you say to people, even if you're saying it off the cuff and you don't realize, those things really hit home. So, number 1, this is the worst case I've ever seen of this. So don't ever say this is the worst. They told me, you've got the worst kind of jaw you can have. Now, imagine what that feels like, and I'm an adult, I'm 41, like, I shouldn't be fazed by that kind of thing, but it really hurt. And in case you're wondering, I have a high angle jaw with an open bite. So my teeth here do not come together, and they're supposed to, okay? The second thing they said that really hurt was, we studied horror stories of jaws like yours in dental school. You know, if you want to bring in your experience in graduate school, bring it in to add to how professional you are and that you've had experience with certain cases. So instead of saying something like, we studied a case like this in graduate school, I would say something more like, I actually, this was covered in graduate school, and I feel confident to deal with this certain aspect of your child's condition, etc. Something like that, where it makes you maybe sound better if you need to bring up graduate school or your clinical preparation. Make it lift you up versus bring the patient down. And the third thing they said to me was, some orthodontist battled so hard to get you the result you currently have. And I was like, okay. Personally, I'm actually pretty satisfied with how my teeth look. So that was a little, I'm actually looking to talk to somebody about my wisdom teeth. So the way that my teeth look right now, I'm not worried about. So I was thinking to myself, okay. So if in respect to speech therapists and talking about the previous person that treated a client, so for example, a lot of times you get a referral and the person used to work with a different pathologist, I would definitely not either say something good or bad about the previous person the person worked with. So for example, if you felt like they did a great job, you know, you might not know, maybe it was some client factors. Maybe it wasn't actually the speech pathologist that the person worked with. Maybe they were more motivated with the previous person. So you can't just say that person either was really great or that person sucked, because you don't know the full client profile too. So if the person, don't ever dog a previous speech pathologist, like, wow, they really sucked, they couldn't actually treat this person, because you just never know. It could have been that they worked really hard with that person and that the kid just wasn't responsive, or there were some motivational issues. So those are the 3 things you should never ever say, because it really, not only does it impact the feelings of the person who's getting treatment from you, or evaluation, depending on what you're providing, it actually makes you look really bad. So that orthodontist to me seemed extremely unprofessional to say that to me, and you can bet your bottom dollar I will not be going to them for treatment of my wisdom teeth condition. So anyway, hope that helped you and gave you some food for thought about the things that you say to parents. I'd love to meet you in the comments and see what you have to say about that. Thank you, and catch you later.
And the third thing they said to me was, God, what was it again?